As the lockdown of South Africa continues, the question was this morning, how would senior citizens come and collect some of their SASSA grants? As you can see with the queues behind me, not many came out, and as far as, well, this suburb of Johannesburg is concerned anyway, but retailers do tell us that business has drastically slowed down. The GM of this particular store spoke about a turnover of around 2.2 million rands per day in the past 2 weeks. As of last weekend, when the lockdown started, they'll be making just over 300,000 rands per day, meaning people are staying home. And with what was due to them picked up, it was the bare essentials that they've come to buy. Things like milk and amasi to spoil themselves. So with the easing of the restrictions on public transport, as you can see here in Thabiso, taxis are able to ferry the elderly who are on their way to pick up their SASSA grants. As you can see, some of them are already in queues, mothers with babies, all of them who are worried about being able to travel to their respective pay points where they'll pick up their grants for this month. But it seems that Minister of Transport, Madilola, having lifted those restrictions, we're seeing some public transport being able to take those who desperately need to go get their grants, able to get there. And once again, these are just some of the scenes of people who woke up early hours of this morning. In fact, some tell us that they've been here since 1 a.m., all of them joining the queue as early as possible, the old and the young. The most vulnerable through this COVID-19 virus, of course, are the elderly. All of them you see here in the line coming to, well, hopefully get a chance to pick up their stipend, their SASSA grant, and they'll too will be able to join the ranks of those who are able to buy groceries for their families. This queue, as you can see, stretches quite a long way into one of the, well, more busier shopping centers in Thabiso on the west of Johannesburg. The elderly and the young, as I said, coming to pick up their grants. This was a major concern for a lot of these people who were not sure whether this month, with the close down or the shutdown, they will be able to come through and collect grants due to them. And of course, as we heard, that these were readily available. As you can see at the gate there, the restrictions stand, some people being let in and out. But again, the question is, through all the elderly in this queue and the young, there seems to be no social distancing, in particular with the more vulnerable folk, and that's of course being the elderly. Across town, in one of the townships on the West Rand, Thabiso in particular, things were not as affluent as they were in Roodepoort Central. The elderly, some helped by their grandsons and grandchildren, came to pick up their social grants.
Street. I used to know. Street more. 1,880 rand.
Re kry-ile tšhelete ya rona sa ba kgorela bolwetse bo bo fele ntate re bo ba mo dithapelong go fele re tswalela mo mantlong ga re tswele ko ntle
se fumene ne increase se vuile
Koko abantu abaningi bayasaba, siyabona ukuthi abaphumanga ngobuningi babo, abanye basaba lesifo corona. Ukoko yena uzizwa kanjani?
Mara thina sibeka ithemba kuThixo uzasinceda uma singazinakekela thina. Umthetho nawuthi masihlale ezindlini sivasa izandla abantwana bangadlaleli estradini until 21 days sizawuphumelela. Ngemthandazo
Bacabanga koko bayakwenza abantwana lokho bawulandela umthetho.
Abanye abamameli uyaphuma nje ungazi ukuthi uyephi. Yabona abamameli abantwana bakhona abamamela bakhona abangamameli. Yabona baba.
Overall, the question of the coronavirus which has gripped the country, there's still some fears. What have you picked up from the people that are coming here? Are they scared?
Yeah, some of them are scared and some of them they don't understand, more especially greenies. When you tell them that they must stay far away from each other, they don't understand that and everything. But we are trying our level best to make sure that they are staying far away from each other and everything so that they cannot contract this virus.
The essential service that you guys are offering with the SA Postal Services is what without it, a lot of people will be sitting at home without that essential that they could buy And that's a big fear with this 21-day lockdown.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. That most of the people that are staying at home because of that, they are afraid to come and contract the virus through this process of paying out, because there are a number of people who are here. So some of them, they are afraid to come and get contact with other people.